Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here. I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from. Today we have a very special live stream for you guys. A couple days ago, I did a video on Maya Preferred 223, and a lot of you guys had a lot of great questions and reactions, and just a lot of you guys were just straight curious about this. So today, what I've actually been able to do is get the president of Maya Preferred 223 on a Skype call with me, and we're going to be able to do a live interview with him. So we're going to be diving into a little bit about what Maya is, and then we're going to do a Q&A time where he's going to be able to actually go through a lot of the questions that you guys as the audience have, and then also a lot of ones that I have as well, because I know after that last video there were a lot of people wondering, well, what about this little detail, or what about this big problem that you might have seen in it? And so today we're going to go ahead and walk through that, and then you guys can ask your questions, but we are going to talk a little bit more in depth about this because it was a very interesting concept. The key implications of what this would have in cryptocurrency is something that's very, very significant. So if this is, going to be a legitimate thing that's going to be happening, it's something that we want to know a little bit more about. So at this time, I would like to welcome, the president of Maya Preferred 223 right here, James. By all means, introduce
Hello.
yourself.
Hello, how you doing? My name is James Dolphy. I'm the president of Maya Preferred 223. I'm great. I'm proud to be here with all your audience.
Yeah, absolutely. We're glad to have you. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this link gets out to everyone, making sure that we are live right now. And we are. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this link gets out to everyone in the Discord and everyone that is following us. And then we'll be able to continue on from here. But
Perfect.
all right, and we should be good. So tell us a little bit about Maya Preferred 223. I know I covered it a little bit in the video, but I want you to kind of give us your view as the president, I guess kind of as a founder. What is the goal of Maya Preferred 223?
Okay, Maya Preferred 223 is a stable coin that is backed currently with approximately $25,000 worth of gold and silver with 9 mines in Mexico. Our goal, I want to explain to your viewers, is not in any way to take over Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency that's out there.
Okay.
Our goal is to actually stabilize the market. Right now, people always say to everyone, well, the problem with Bitcoin is it does not have any gold or silver or anything backing it. Ethereum has nothing behind it. It's only air. So what we're looking to do as a company is to come in there and stabilize the market and stabilize other cryptocurrencies to make sure that everyone knows that there are actually tangible assets behind certain cryptocurrencies.
So in other words, you guys are essentially adding intrinsic value to things, because a lot of the problem is that a lot of these cryptocurrencies are going to be doing great things in the future, but until they have their active working product, they essentially have, they're all theoretical value. So by adding gold and silver, and precious metals, backing them, you're adding that intrinsic value so that people can't say that, they are a worthless theoretical bubble.
Correct. That's exactly right.
That's awesome. So a little bit about Maya. I know you guys have your 9, I have it on screen right now, your guys' 9 gold and silver mines that are backing Maya Preferred 223. What's the plan with the mines? Can there ever be more mines? Can can the mines expand? Like, how does this work? Is it possible for you guys to adopt new mines to back crypto further?
Sure. Actually, what happens is right now we have approximately 9 mines. Every 3 months, we actually do a reconsolidation of the mines. And what exactly that means is that we go ahead and we bring new mines in, or we delete smaller mines and we bring larger ones in.
Okay.
So the number 9 can always change every 3 months.
Okay. And what would happen, say if you were to go from like 9 mines to 15 mines, what would that mean for Maya Preferred 223, or even more so? I know you guys said that part of your guys' goal is to back other cryptos. So what would that mean for Maya Preferred, and then what would that also mean for the coins that are backed by Maya Preferred?
Okay, how it works is this. Right now, let's say we were backing ABC coin.
Okay.
Right now, the coin has $25,000 worth of gold and silver back in that token. Okay?
Okay.
In 3 months from now, we go from 9 mines to 17 mines, or 9 mines to 2 mines, but they're much bigger mines.
Okay.
The value number 25 can only go up. It cannot go down.
Okay.
So what that means is if we're backing today a token and the value of the token is $25,000, that value will only go up when we back another cryptocurrency. Meaning when we back something, their value goes up also as we add more in gold and silver mines to our equation.
All right. And so it would pretty much add value to Maya Preferred and to the tokens that you guys back, is what you're saying. If there's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's kind of cool. So it adds. So you guys are focusing on trying to become a stablecoin, correct?
Correct. I mean, like I said before, our main goal right now is we have 9 mines that have approximately $25,000 worth of gold and silver back in each and every token.
Okay.
We always want that number to go up, not down. So, like I said, every 3 months we do a reconsolidation, and we bring in bigger mines, and we delete the smaller ones.
Okay.
So if the backing today is 25,000, next 3 months it could be 32,000.
All right.
Going up and up.
And so a lot of people seem to think that you guys own all of these mines. Is that correct, or do you guys sign contracts with these mines? How does it work?
Okay. As of right now, public knowledge has it that we have contracts.
Okay.
They're actually signed with these mines. But in the near future, we will be putting out news that we will be purchasing actually some of the larger mines so that we actually own them also.
All right. Fair enough. And so with your guys' set supply, one of the things that we went over in the video, or I went over in the video, was you guys have about 250 million in total circulation, right? Or that can ever exist.
That's correct.
And so one of the things that a lot of people were curious about is why is only 1 million of those 250 million available for the public? What are the other 249 million going to be used for? Are you guys going to pocket them, or are you, what are the rest of the coins going to be used for?
I wish we could pocket them, to be honest with you, but no. Actually, what we did was we believe in having what you call a thin float.
Okay.
What that means is only a certain amount of coins can trade, a very thin amount of coins can trade. And what we're going to be doing is we're allowing 1 million coins for the lifetime of the token to trade on the market. All other 249 million tokens are going to be for the back-end of other cryptocurrencies in our business plan. Those tokens will never hit the market.
All right, so that's interesting. So I think that that's something that a lot of people were concerned about, is that you guys are going to just pocket the rest of the 249, but you're saying, that's not possible, and that's not even the case. They have a specific use case so that the 1 million is only going to be available to the public, but the other 249 are going to have the specific purpose, correct?
Correct, and if they go online, they can actually verify this with the wallet address that holds 249 million tokens.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, going through your guys' website a little bit right now, I know a lot of people were skeptical about saying, they don't have the money that they say that they have. Is there a way through your guys' website to prove that? I was going through your guys' third-party and audit reports, and I think one of them was pretty good. I think it was Probable Gold Reserve Report Tequila Project 1. That is it, correct?
Yes. Our main goal here, so you understand, is it's transparency. We want all investors to know one thing and know what we say is true. And what we did was we put on the website our actual contract that all the miners have signed. We took pictures of the miners signing the contracts. We did a huge presentation report on all the mines and how the value comes out to what it was at the time. And we also put what you call audit reports, like in the stock market, where companies hire third people to come in and audit their books.
Yeah.
We actually have audit reports done on all of these mines by certified gold and silver companies that have actually done the report already before we even agreed to bring them on. So all the proof is on our website. And again, that proof can change every couple months because we will be adding new mines to the equation. And as we do that, we continue to add contracts and we continue to add different types of proof and verification to the website for the investors.
Yeah. And so something I was noticing as I was scrolling through, in these third-party audits, or I think it was on one of these papers, you guys had the actual seal of the Mexican government, correct?
That's correct. Most of the third-party audits in Mexico have what you call a seal, and that's the seal of the Mexican government approving what that report says.
All right, yeah. See, I think that's really good. That kind of adds to the legitimacy. At least, it would be. I feel like it would be pretty hard to to kind of fake something like that.
No,
Not to mention very
actually,
risky for yourself to fake something like that.
right. Actually, what you can also do is if you look at the names of the people that actually did the report, they are like most of them are number one or two in the industry. So they can also verify that also.
Yeah, I guess through these people, right?
Correct. The names of the companies, they're very well-known companies that are doing who
Yeah,
have done the reports.
yeah. I mean, I think that's a great explanation of that because so many people were saying, no, what these guys aren't going to have the kind of money, or if they do, they don't own the mines. And in case, it's kind of more complex than just saying, if they don't own the mines, it's not legit. Obviously, looking through these third-party audits now, it's like not only do you guys have stamps of approval, but you guys have signatures, and it's one of those things where, in theory, if someone doesn't believe it, they can very well go contact these people, and because they are a third party, they are not part
Absolutely.
of your guys'
Absolutely.
company, so you can't just pay them to say what you want
Absolutely.
them to.
Absolutely not. These were done even before we were a part of the deal. Before we even brought them on, these reports were done way prior to us even being in existence. So there would be no reason to fabricate or say anything that's not true.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it says November of 2008. I know another one that said of 2011. So
Right.
if these are audited back then, saying this is a seal of approval from back in those years, there would be no reason for them to fake it now. Because
Correct.
they would have had no idea 10, 11 years ago that they were going to be working with you guys. Because this
Right.
is before Bitcoin even existed, let alone you guys.
Absolutely. And again, the reason for the dates being before us is because in Mexico, mines are considered very sacred.
Yeah.
And the governments don't really want you to mine the actual gold and silver that's in the ground. So these mines have never, all the gold and silver that's been reported, there could actually be more than what's reported. They just have not been updated yet over the last sometimes 3 to 5 to 10 years ago.
Yeah. So we actually have a question coming in from the audience. They said Ethereum Classics blockchain was 51% attacked successfully very recently and cheaply. Do you think that is a problem for your token since it is running off the Ethereum Classic blockchain?
I'll be very frank. Any coin on any blockchain could possibly have a problem. There's no way of picking the right type of token, except what we did was we picked the one that's the most advanced, the one that's the most cheapest for the individual shoppers when we start using be accepted at stores worldwide.
Okay.
Um, but again, to answer the question is, we have our coins offline. We have them in a sacred place, and I don't believe that the major wallet of the company has any risk at all.
Yeah, very fair enough. Let's see. Crypto G, welcome. Um, One of the things I was going through, I think I was just looking at CoinGecko. I was looking at your guys' coin. You guys are up about 7.1% today, which
Correct.
roughly translates to nearly $1,000. I mean, yesterday, June 13th, you guys were at 12,300. Today, you guys are at 13,200. So
Correct.
I'm actually scrolling out to your guys' full history right now and looking at the chart of this. The first thing that I can see, at least on CoinGecko, was from April 5th of 2019, not that long ago, just merely 2, 3 months ago. You guys were priced at around $4,000. What would you say that the biggest change has been since then, back in April? I mean, your volumes increased, your prices increased, substantially. I mean, looking back then, you were doing hundreds of dollars in volume. Now you're doing tens of thousands of dollars in volume, and your price has gone from 4,000 to 13,000. What is, I guess, the driving factor?
Okay. We actually started off when we went live on Fat BTC at $1,500 a coin. Um, what and now it's up to, I think, like you said, 13,000.
Yeah.
What's driving the price is there's many factors you can look at doing this. Number one, there's not a lot of coins available. Again, we're only going to release 1 million tokens. When those 1 million tokens are gone, they are gone. We're not going to dilute or add more tokens to the equation at all.
Okay.
So any little buying or selling will affect the price of the token. But there's enough demand right now that if people want to buy, it's going to go up very drastically. The back end of the token also has a big deal to do with this also. Right now, like I said, there's $25,000 per token back in each and every cryptocurrency that's created of Maya Preferred, 223.
Yeah.
The token's trading at 13,000. So the book value of the coin alone is almost $12,000 undervalued already.
Okay.
And that number could only go up. Meaning the back end is only going to go up for the life of the coin. So when you factor in the thin float, the little demand right now that there's really no big demand. If there was big demand on this coin, I believe it would go much higher very quickly.
Okay.
But and when that does happen, or if it does happen, there's not going to be selling going on when people are trying to dump their coins. I know the majority of the people that own the coin are all holding very tightly.
And so because there are, I guess, only 1 million available for the public, that does create more of a supply and demand issue because the supply is low. In theory, the coin should be worth more per coin because of the fact, again, we see that happen a lot. I mean, if you go look at Tron, the price of a Tron is only, probably 2-3 cents because there are, billions of them. But if you go look at Bitcoin, the price is significantly higher because there's only 21 million. Now, obviously, there is an overall market cap difference in those coins. But if there were an equal amount of market cap in both Tron and in Bitcoin, Bitcoin would still have a higher price per coin just because there's less of them, and Tron would be less per coin just because there's less. So the concept that still applies here, that there is only 1 million available to the public, which is why it could be a substantially large price per coin, and that wouldn't be a bad thing. That would just because of the demand factor.
Correct, and not just that. Again, there's if you have an item that's worth $25,000 and someone offers it you for 13,000, would you buy it?
Yeah. Or sorry.
So, so basically, right now we have 25,000 backing us.
Yeah.
But that number again can change very drastically, very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. So one of the things I kind of wanted to bring to light here, I have two more major questions, and we actually have another one from the audience that I'll ask here in a second.
Okay.
But actually, here, I'll go ahead and ask that one now, just so that they don't get too piled up.
Okay.
We have one that says, if you hold gold and silver, how can it be held securely? Governments change and confiscations happen.
Okay. Well, what we have going on right now in Mexico is each mine that we have a lifetime contract with the mine owners, and as long as they pay their taxes, which you do every 6 months, the governments in the history of the Mexican government has never taken any mine over that we know of. Of course, in any country, anything can happen, but we've done enough due diligence to know, especially with the government putting their seal on the audit reports and everything like that, that the government looks good upon miners and bringing the value of Mexico up. So we are very confident that as long as their taxes are paid, which they have been for the many, many, many years, it's just going to continue to be the same as we go along now.
And yeah, okay, so I think that's good. So basically, it would have to be something, some sort of huge regime dictatorship takeover, like massive scale, for that to even happen, where like the mines aren't cooperating. And
correct.
I mean,
it's just like America. It's just like America. If you pay a property tax every year, you still own your property. If you don't pay it, then yes, you could lose it.
yeah.
So as long as you pay your bills, and the mines have plenty of money to pay their bills, I don't think there's any problems with that actually anyway. And when we do start to decide to purchase these mines, we will have the government of Mexico's approval of purchasing the mines also. So there will be no discrepancies there also.
All right. Moving on to this next one. Actually, yeah, here, we'll go ahead. Someone asked, so you have 250 million tokens, but only 1 million will be in circulation. Why have 249 million tokens looming somewhere as they can be stolen or dumped? I think we touched on this a little bit earlier, right?
I'll explain it again.
All
It's
right.
okay. The 249 million tokens are very important to the business plan of the company. What we're going to be using those 249 million tokens is actually the backend of other cryptocurrencies. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. Just recently, we signed a deal, a partnership agreement, not a definite agreement yet, but that's about to happen, with a company called Digital Fantasy Sports, DFS. And right now, their token was trading at about 0.2 of a penny. There's 77 million tokens outstanding. And our company, UK Financial Limited, has actually been in on CoinDeal buying as much of the float that's left of the company up drastically. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to back each and every one of DFS's token with approximately $2.50 worth of gold and silver. Now, what does that mean? That basically means that each and every DFS token has a book value now of $2.50. Will it trade at 250? No one knows. That's the market's position to take that on. But as we see it, DFS is going to have a book value go from nothing, all of a sudden having a book value of $2.50 with real assets behind it, and the real asset is Maya Preferred 223.
All right. I mean, yeah, I think that's a pretty good answer. So the bulk of the answer is that your guys' 249 tokens will be used to back other cryptocurrencies.
Absolutely. We have no intentions ever on doing anything but backing other cryptocurrencies, and we feel that the 249 million is substantial enough for the lifetime of the company.
All right. And so another thing that I saw often is that people are saying that you guys can't usurp Bitcoin. You guys, a lot of people seem to have the idea that you guys want to take over Bitcoin. And I know we've talked about this already, but your guys' goal isn't to take over Bitcoin, correct?
Absolutely not. Actually, our goal is to stabilize the market so the world looks at cryptocurrency in a different way. That's exactly what our goal is. And Bitcoin is Bitcoin. No one can beat it. It's been around the longest. I'm a big, big fan of it. I actually own a lot of it. But again, our goal is nothing to do with taking over any cryptocurrency. Our goal is to stabilize the market so the world and people see tangible assets behind these currencies, so they look at it in a different way. We're here to help the market and stabilize it. We're in no way trying to take over any other currency or be better than anyone else.
Fair enough. Reading through, I think I missed a question up here. Someone asked, so those 249 million tokens can come to the market? No, they cannot. Only the 1 million, and correct me if I'm wrong here, only the 1 million that's available will be available to the public. The other 249 will be meant for reimbursing or adding value to other coins.
Absolutely. That's correct. Only 1 million, up to 1 million. It might not even be a million.
Okay.
Up to 1 million can hit the market.
Fair enough. One of the most unique things that I think caught my attention about you guys, and probably a lot of other people's attention, is that you guys made a pretty major announcement recently, correct? About, looking into one of the world's major cryptocurrencies.
Yes, we did.
So I'd love to have you explain that for us, and then I guess me try to pick your mind. I know you can't speak too much about it, but I would love to kind of just talk about this idea for a second.
Okay, I got to be very careful how I speak, because sometimes I blurt things out that I shouldn't. So I'm going to use my words very carefully. Right now, we're in the final process of choosing one of the most well-known cryptocurrencies in the world. This currency currently does not have any back-end except its technology.
Okay.
What our goal is to do is, we believe if we stabilize this currency, the whole world would follow.
Okay.
So what we plan on doing is we plan on backing this particular token and give it a book value actual real assets behind it now. So people cannot say, well, this token is the head or not the head. It's the big one, not the big one. But it has nothing behind it.
Yeah.
That's never going to be said again when we make our announcement of which currency we're going to back.
And I know you said you can't get too specific. I mean, is this, mainstream coins, altcoins, everything's included? Is it a possibility that it's, it could even be Bitcoin? I mean, I know you can't get too specific, but is that even a possibility, or would it have to be an altcoin? I mean, I don't want you to get
any coin.
Any coin, so
is possible, and yes, Bitcoin might be one of them. We don't know.
Oh no. I mean, I think that would be huge if, in theory, if, say everything that we said here is true, if you guys do back a coin, like Ethereum or Litecoin or Ripple XRP, or, maybe it's even Bitcoin. I mean, if you guys were to back any of those coins in its value with gold and silver, I mean, I don't think groundbreaking is the right word. I think it would be revolutionary, because backing something that is already I'm kind of at a loss for words, as substantial as one of those coins with the equivalent in gold and silver would be huge. I mean, the implications of that would be giant. Backing one of those major coins, whether it's XRP, Ethereum, maybe even Bitcoin itself, backing one of those coins entirely in gold and silver would, it'd be a game changer in cryptocurrency.
Well, to be honest with you, when we went into this project, our main goal again was to stabilize the market.
Okay.
And us doing that is, we are going to be revolutionary. We're going to revolutionize the whole cryptocurrency world by what we're about to do. The company already has commercials all made, things going on the inside, and we're gonna roll this out. We're trying within the next month or so to we're waiting for one more factor to come in, which will be a press release on a major financing deal. And once that announcement is complete, we will be ready to make our news of which currency we will be backing.
Right.
And to accept what you're saying is correct. You are right. What I believe, when this news does come out, I think people are going to realize we're not here to beat anyone. We're here to help them.
Okay.
And the currency that we do pick, we are very big fans of.
All right. I mean, I think that's great. Again, I know we can't push you too much into it because a lot of it's confidential. Is there a date that we can expect to hear more about this?
Like I said, as soon as our announcement comes out on the finalization of a major financing contract that we're about to do, about to sign and execute, that is the final step that we feel as a company is needed to show justification to the world that the backing actually makes sense.
Okay.
And to show the world that we have not just gold, silver, but we have plenty of money behind us to do this backing.
So I got a question from the audience. It says, will your token be exchangeable to physical gold, and or silver? And if yes, how will that be done?
Okay. Basically, what a back-in means is that if a token goes out, basically fails.
Okay.
We have contracts with the mines in Mexico, and there will be other states and countries too, that they have already agreed to back the coin.
Okay.
So at that point, if our deal went bad and did not work out, then yes, gold and silver would be returned according to the contracts that we have with the miners.
Okay. See, that's very interesting. So, would it be? I guess it would be possible. But so say that the price of, let's just say, my preferred 223 token, the price of that right now is like 13,200. So if it's backed, say it's backed up to, I know it's backed more, but let's just say in theory, it's backed up to 12,500. So what would happen if the price of the token online or on the blockchain goes to, 11,000, would you guys be able to, or how would it be possible for it to go under its gold value?
Anything's possible. The market is the market.
Yeah.
Okay. But what I'm trying to explain here is this: is if the coin went to worth nothing, the back end would step in and take care of the investors on the 1 million tokens, or any token that we use to back another cryptocurrency. So in essence, the coin could never go under because we have the real assets backing the token. So it's a catch-22. But yes, if the token went out and failed totally and gold went to zero, then yes, we would have to, the miners are all signed off and notarized all on the website, on our website, that they will be backing the token for the life of the token.
All right, fair enough. I think there was a problem with the audio. I made sure to turn you up. Apparently it was a little low.
Okay.
Can you guys hear him all right now? I think someone said yeah. Much better. All right, perfect.
Okay.
So might have to do, or I guess there might have to be some audio boosting after this is done to make sure that it's good. All right. Whoa, there was another question over here. So someone said, I don't get how they can back a coin with tokens that will never enter the market.
Okay. I will explain that very, very as easily as I can. Okay, if you have, let's say, 1 million tokens or 250 million tokens, we'll use our token for example, and each token of the 250 million is backed with, let's say, $10,000 worth of gold and silver. That makes that token have a book value of $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take that one token and you back it 1-for-1 with another token, that company now has, or that coin now has, backing of the $10,000. It's the same thing as if you have a coin that's worth $10,000, I hand it to you.
Okay.
You now grasp it out of my hand. You now have $10,000. So if we take a token that's worth $10,000 and we back it for another cryptocurrency 1-on-1, that automatically makes that token now worth $10,000.
All right. So they will, I guess they will technically be in the market, they just won't be accessible to the public. Or will they not even?
No. The only way those coins would ever come into play is if the token that we back fails.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the only way. And even at that point, we already have agreements with investors that would come in and stipulate that and buy it privately.
Fair enough. I'm just scrolling through your guys' website a little bit. I just saw my video was on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there was one more. I thought I saw another question. Or actually, maybe I missed it.
We can talk a little bit if you don't mind about the DFS project if you want. That's fine.
Yeah, let's actually do that because that's something I found out about. I guess that's kind of how I found out about you guys is because I was trying to do some work with the DFS team, and then I figured out, that you guys were going to be, affiliating with them at some point. Correct?
Correct.
I don't know how much I can say about that.
No. The announcement says it all. Basically, like I said before, we signed a partnership agreement with them right now. And the company, our UK Financial, is in the process of buying 51% control of all the tokens that are available to management.
Okay.
So UK Financial will actually own the majority of the tokens when it's all said and done. And as soon as we sign or execute the final contract with them, their token will immediately have $2.50 worth of gold and silver backing itself.
And I think I had them pulled up earlier. So it's not to say that the DFS token will rise to $250 just because,
$2.
Or $2.50. Not to say that the market price will come up to that, but it will be back to that in its equivalent in gold and silver. So I guess in theory, go ahead.
In theory, if something's worth $2.50, it should trade at $2.50.
Yeah.
Okay, so in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before the market catches up to the value.
Yeah, I mean, that would, I'm looking at the coin right now. I mean, that would be a pretty substantial run in the price of it. I mean, if it were to shoot up, because right now it's trading at, I mean, wow, I mean, it's up a lot today. I mean, looking at it today, it's up, I missed it. It was, it was up a lot today from what I can see. It was, looking at it yesterday, it was about 0.7 of a cent. Now it's at 1.3 cents. So,
correct. We're
you're like
actually,
doubled in
like I said
value.
before, in the announcement, we said, we're in there buying the token. We're in there right now buying it, and we will buy as much as we need to stabilize that coin.
Okay. Fair enough. And so I covered already a little bit. I've worked with them. They're basically trying to do fantasy sports and online games like poker and everything through the world of blockchain and decentralization. And so I'm guessing, you guys obviously believe in that project, which is why you guys are coming and backing them, because you see it as a future. I mean, you guys are, you made it clear you guys are here to help cryptocurrency. And I think that that's just one of the ways is by pushing adoption. And, just one of the ways of adoption is, everyday tasks of just having fun or sports or, quote unquote gambling, whether you determine poker or some of these games as that, you're now going to be able to do that on the blockchain in the decentralized manner. So I don't think anyone's arguing that, you guys doing that is a bad thing at all, because I think everyone can agree that you guys pushing this adoption period is a good thing. I mean,
correct.
Really no one's arguing that, what you guys are doing, in theory, if everything checks out, it would be a really great thing, because it would just make cryptocurrency stronger. So I guess it's up to everyone in themselves to determine whether they believe this or not. But if all is said, done, and true, this would only be a good thing for cryptocurrency, because adding gold and silver backing to crypto would never be a bad thing, because it's just giving it more value, which is what us as investors and drivers of the market would appreciate.
Yes, I mean, when we picked DFS, we picked it for one reason. We believe it's going to be the largest in the world eventually in fantasy sports. That's the only reason why we picked it. There's plenty of tokens we could have picked, and we chose, because of the management. We picked Digital Fantasy Sports because of the management team. Their CEO and president is one of the hardest working guys I've ever seen in the business. He's always available when we need to do things, get on conference calls. He puts the coin holders first before he even puts himself first. He made this deal with us knowing he was losing tokens out of the deal, but he still, for the backing of his company, was willing to do it. So when I see that passion in someone, that definitely is a 95% eye turner to when I want to do business with someone.
I'm just reading through some of the comments in chat right now. Someone asked, or is more of a statement, I don't see a way to prove that there is enough gold/silver. And I think we touched on that a little bit with the third-party audits, correct? That would be the best way to prove the gold and silver?
Correct. It's just like the stock market. Goldman Sachs has auditors come in. In the gold market, they have auditors come in and check the ground to make sure the soil's there, the gold is there, everything is there. Our main goal, again, is to be transparent as much as we can. I don't know any other company in the stock market or even the token market in the crypto world that puts the actual contract between the owners of companies online. We also, we took the third-party audit reports and put them online. And then we even went further than that. We took pictures of the miners who own the mines and put them online. So it gets to a point where you can't prove no more. It's either you're going to believe or you're not going to believe.
Yeah.
And we hope the investors, after seeing everything and seeing what we stand for, is they believe us, because that's the only reason why we're doing this. Again, is to help the cryptocurrency world. This is not to for any other reason but to stabilize the cryptocurrency world.
Yeah. I was just going through some of the third-party audits. Again, they are third-party,
Correct.
Not done by the company. I was reading through, some of the things, it's open information, so I guess I can read it on screen, but it's saying, estimated resources right here, 681 tons. 681,000 tons. The next one, 113,000 tons. The next one, and this is in gold and silver. The next one was 1,924,000 tons of gold and silver resources. Obviously, I mean that's a lot, and this is just one of the reports.
Correct.
Seals and seals of Mexico on them, signatures. So I mean, I think it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty hard for me to say, to like look you in the face and say, this is forged. They were done before you guys even signed a deal with them. I guess the only way that someone could argue that you guys don't have it is to say that the whole deal is fraudulated. Because I don't think you can say that the mines don't have the resources. I think the only thing that if someone were to say that they were to disagree and say that this wasn't true is to say that you guys don't actually have the deal. Because I think that from what I can tell and read, unless the entire everything's fraudulated, I mean, the resources look like they're there.
Let me put you this way: it's not worth my time and effort for 30 years of being a certified public accountant and working with multiple NASDAQ public companies to even attempt to do something like that. The only thing that we've done here has been more transparent than any other company or coin in the world. And as of right now, in my opinion, if you take the math, we are going to back cryptocurrencies and help the market. And maybe by market value, we will become the largest token in the world. But we're not here for that. Again,
you guys are just going to use that market value to enforce other cryptos.
Correct. And what we're here to do is we're here to show that the cryptocurrency world and the people behind cryptocurrency, this isn't like Warren Buffett would say, a scam, or it doesn't exist. That's not true, because we're going to make sure it's not true by stabilizing the major ones. And once you stabilize the major cryptocurrencies and you have a foundation and the building blocks, the coin has to do something, has to have value. And that can never be said again that XYZ Corporation or XYZ coin has nothing behind it.
Yeah. Someone just asked, I guess, or I missed it. Someone said, have him tell us why we should invest in Maya. Where is it trading? Which exchange? And then someone brought up that it's used on FatBTC in I think it's called KTEX or
CATEX. CATEX. Okay. First of all, my whole life, I have never told an investor to buy or not to buy. That's based off your due diligence. Okay. We currently trade on FatBTC and we currently trade on CATEX, which are two 100 top coin market cap exchanges.
Okay.
What I would tell everyone to do is don't buy. To go look at their due diligence, go look at the screen, go look at the proof, put all the equations in, and then decide if you want to buy or not. And the only thing I can tell you is this is not going to be a diluted company. We're not going to dilute coins. We do not pay vendors and people with tokens like every other coin out there does. We pay cash. Or sometimes we use Bitcoin, to be truthful with you, a lot of the transactions online. Okay? We do not use our own token to give it away to anyone for any services. You either buy the token or you don't own the token.
And I mean, I know you can't see this right now, but I'm verifying the information just to say, a lot of people can say, say a lot of things, but then, it's not actually there. But you mentioned that these were top 100 on CoinMarketCap, and so immediately what I did, because someone said that they'd never heard of them, immediately what I did is I went to CoinMarketCap and started looking at them, and then sure enough, FatBTC is number 10 on adjusted volume on CoinMarketCap. So again, in the top 10, and then I was not able to find
CATEX is a little bit down there. It's probably in the 30s or something like that right now. It's definitely in the 100. It's nowhere
Yeah.
near 100. I know it's much lower than that.
And I can't. Oops, I got something in the way. But yeah, I mean, just looking through this, I found it's right here. Actually, found it. It's
Okay.
rate number 60 for adjusted volume. Not sure for
And, and a funny thing
reported.
is, we get on weekly emails, we get offers to be listed for free on exchanges. I actually just got one today from a major exchange that I was very surprised would offer us a listing for free, but they did, and it was it's nice to see that sometimes
Yeah.
that just normally they charge you 100 grand to get listed, and they're going to do it for free for your token.
That's huge. I mean, I'm just going through some more numbers on screen right now. Adjusted volume, Fat BTC is 10. Reported volume, Fat BTC is 15. So it's still, right up there as a top contender.
I think that BTC does about $1 billion a day in volume,
Yeah, it's
and
a
I
lot.
believe and Cadex does around 400 million or somewhere around there all together throughout the day.
Yeah. CADEX is, I believe, even higher than that. It's about almost 70
Okay.
billion or 70 million, excuse me.
Okay.
So it's a lot. And then Fat BTC is even more so than that. Fat BTC is on, what is this, reported? It's, almost $1 billion, which is incredible
Right.
amounts of money.
And it's to be honest with you, as the president of the deal, it's kind of scary to be on these type of exchanges because I know supply versus demand very well, and I know if someone tries to go in and buy, the public 100 tokens, the coin is not going to be where it's at right now. So it's just only, in my opinion, a matter of time when the world actually picks up and realizes what this really is, and that what we're here to be. I don't want to say it like a slogan, but Americans coin. We want to be where we help the cryptocurrency world.
Yeah. Great. I mean, yeah, that's what a lot of this has been about. Let me clear up this chart real fast. I mean, from the looks of it, I can't. I was definitely pretty skeptical at first. But the more that, especially through this live stream, the more that we've gone through this and looked, like, I mean, I'm trying to at my best to find something that's wrong here, and I can't, to be honest with you. Whether it's the exchanges or through even the fine paperwork and going through the third party audits, looking at the amounts of gold and silver. I mean, it just all lines up to me.
Well, one more thing, just to let you know, the investors could always go on the blockchain and follow the company's wallet.
Yeah.
And there's the major crypto. There's a major wallet with approximately 249 million coins,
Okay.
and they can follow us themselves. The only transfer out of that wallet is going to be back into other coins. That's it, and that's going to be and that's going to be transferred to another wallet that's specified by lawyers for that token.
All right. I think that's good. So like anyone can go look at these wallets, correct? Or is it,
Correct.
I mean,
Yep, on the blockchain.
wow,
Absolutely.
because it's transparency because it's on the blockchain.
There
And
you
it's not
go.
like a privacy token where people can't view it. It's open information.
If they go to the Ethereum Classic blockchain, they can put our contract address in, and they can see all the wallets there is from day one.
I think that's really cool. I mean, transparency is a big thing for me, and I think
That's
that
the most that's the most important thing. I got a lot of heat for putting the contracts and pictures up on the internet, but I know what we're doing is remarkable. And if I was a third party person sitting and watching this, I wouldn't believe it either at first. Okay, so that's why I put all this transparency out there for the investors. It's not for my sake. It's not for the company trying to sell tokens. You can see it by yourself. No one is selling tokens.
yeah.
So even the people that own it or hold it.
Someone was asking, what countries are the exchanges from? Where? I guess where in the world can people buy these? I guess Maya or even DFS.
I know for a fact Maya can be bought on BATBTC and be bought on Cadex.
So even if
Uh,
you're in the United States, you could purchase them on those exchanges.
I believe Cadex you can. They
Okay.
don't have any third party KYC, a know your client ideal, and they do trade on CADX. I know that for a fact. Right now, CoinDeal is where DFS trades at. But CoinDeal is not for U.S. residents as of right this second, but they did come out with an announcement 2 weeks ago. Within the month, they're going to open the doors to U.S. residents. And there are only, if I'm not mistaken, about 200,000 tokens left on the market that are on the exchange on DFS.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, once they're gone, the coin should move up very rapidly. And that's another reason why UK Financial's in there buying as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, I've had DFS up on stream already, and it's been rising. As we've been talking, the price of DFS has been rising. I remember looking at it last night, and it was around, I guess, yesterday, it was around 0.7 of a cent. Now it's up to, it already went up another 1/10 of a cent right now. It's up to, 1.4 cents, which is doubled what it was yesterday.
Eventually it's not going to move like that. Eventually it's going to start moving by pennies. And that's why we're in there right now eating up the coins. So eventually what happens is it's a supply versus demand method again. And if there's a little demand and no supply, it's going to go up. And with DFS, we already have agreements with multiple exchanges, which are all on top 100 coin market cap exchanges to list them. So they're going to be on multiple exchanges as soon as we pull the trigger. So, but right now they trade on DFS. They trade on CoinDeal.
Fair enough. I saw another question. Someone said, so all the tokens on the market are sold by you at these exchanges, correct? I'm guessing.
No.
Or yeah, you can explain that.
No, I could try to explain a little bit.
Yeah.
People that founded the coin, who bought the coin in a private placement from the company back about 4 or 5 months ago from Mexico, a lot of Mexican citizens bought the coin. They paid $1,500 a coin for the token. People like that right now are selling back and forth. That's all this is.
Okay.
No major selling's going on. There's not going to be major selling because, in my opinion, I'm not going to sell something for $13,000 if I know it's worth $25,000.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, agreed. Just running through some of the last minute information, but I think we covered, the brunt force of pretty much everything. I think we've covered everything from your guys' mission purpose to the legitimacy to the questions. Moving into the future, I know we talked about this already, about you guys wanting to back a major cryptocurrency, which I think would be very, very cool if, and even more so, I guess, when it happens. What about exchanges coming to the future? I know you talked about this a little bit, but what about making it more accessible? I know someone was saying, I've never heard of those exchanges. What about for those like name brand exchanges? Do you guys have plans to try to get yourselves on some of these big ones like Bittrex or Kraken or Binance or
Well, right now what we're doing, so you understand,
yeah,
is we're listed on 2 of the top 100 cryptocurrencies in the coin market cap.
Yeah.
We've stopped there.
Okay.
And the reason why we stopped was because it's a business decision. Right now, we would have to pay, or maybe pay, to get on these exchanges, additional ones. But we know as what we're doing, and we know when we make the announcement of who we're backing, every exchange in the world will pick us up for free.
Okay. So it's more so of just, playing this waiting game. So instead of having to pay, I know Binance, for example, charges a ton of money. So if you want to be listed on their exchange, I forget what the requirement was, but I want to say it was in, the millions to even be listed.
Correct. Probably. I agree with you.
And so you guys are saying, well, why would we do that? Why would we pay those millions of dollars to get added to all these exchanges? Because once the news gets out of what we're doing, they're probably going to want us to list us for free. So it's more so just waiting till your guys' plan gets executed and trying to work from there.
Right, and the management and the company's not trying to sell tokens. We're not hard up for money. So there's no reason to rush anything.
Yeah.
It's all going to happen when it happens. And we do feel that the people that buy in are going to be very pleased. But again, I'm not going to comment if you should or should not buy. That's up to you and your due diligence.
Yeah.
But as far as exchanges, it's a business tactic right now. Why we're not going on any other exchanges?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the audience at this time if you guys have any final questions. I'd love to be able to answer those with James here. And if not, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. But overall, I mean, I think that this was good. It definitely answered a lot of my questions, and I'm sure I'll make videos on the future. I mean, apparently you guys have some very, very big news coming out, so I'll probably be covering that as as a crypto YouTuber. And you know, it's definitely very cool because if if what you're saying is true, it'd obviously be a very good thing for cryptocurrency, and I'm all for moving things forward and backing this. The more backing, the more adoption possible for cryptocurrency, I'm not going to argue against it. So, and I think a lot of people in the space are the same.
Right. I mean, we're here to show people that the cryptocurrency world is here to stay, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. So I guess we can go ahead and wrap this up here. James, I'd like to, personally thank you for coming on here. I know sometimes it can be kind of like front and center stage where you almost feel like you're getting grilled, but I think you did a very good job of answering all the questions today. Definitely impressed me and helped your case to at least me. My audience right now is saying thank you for the interview. We obviously very appreciate it. Even, people that might agree, people might disagree, they're all very thankful. I'm reading the chat right now. So thank you so much for the interview on behalf of me and my family over here at the Crypto Analyst YouTube channel.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And again, we'll do another interview when you feel this time is right.
Yeah, I would love that. Awesome. Thank you so much, James.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a great night. All right, guys. So that is, I guess, the end of the interview. I want to know your guys' thoughts. That was, that definitely impressed me. It definitely did. I know a lot of us after the last video had a lot of questions about them, but that was kind of eye-opening. I think the third-party audits were a big thing for me. Looking through this, I know I've already had this up, but looking through this was a really big thing for me because if you go these reports were done before they were even signed with, before even Bitcoin was created. I mean, all these third-party audits were already done, and I was reading through the actual amounts of tons in gold and silver over here. I mean, you have gold, silver, ounces, and then you have it weighted in tons here. Again, more tons, more tons, more tons, and what you have here is millions of tons in gold and silver, and this is just for the one third-party audit. I think that that's probably one of the things that stood out to me as an analyst. Also seeing some of these seals of approval and signatures from, again, people that you could very well just look up. It kind of adds to this transparency thing, which would make me believe that it's not just all a sham, because, a sham would not really offer this kind of depth. I mean, it's possible, but it just makes it so much less likely. And I think that that's the thing here is it's very much just less likely. I saw that my video was up on here too. I thought that was really cool. I guess all the more publicity for the channel. So that's really cool that they would actually do something like this for me. So I'm appreciative of that. I'm glad that they were able to come on here and do this interview. What was something else that stood out to me? There was one other thing I wanted to talk about here. I guess, if they're saying what they're going to do and they actually do what they're going to say, it would be a very big thing. I don't think anyone would argue that. Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt for this for a second, all right? If we give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they're going to back a major cryptocurrency in gold and silver, that wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, I think we can all agree that would be a good thing. It would just be adding more of a reason to invest in cryptocurrency, and us all of holders would gain money in it. So I don't think that would be a bad thing at all. I think, on the contrary, it'd be an excellent thing. So if they're telling the truth, this would be an excellent thing for cryptocurrency. I think a lot of you guys were asking, is he telling the truth, not whether or not it would be a good thing. So I think that that's the big thing over here. I mean, looking at their charts, I mean, they don't have a red thing. They have some weird wicks over here, which you have on like so many exchanges today. Obviously, these ones are a little extreme, but 24 hours green, 7-day green, 14-day green, 30-day green. Since all-time high, I'm not really sure how it can be down 12% because I don't understand. Oh, I guess over here. It had a giant wick towards the upside. But it's interesting for sure. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts over here? What are your guys' thoughts? Thanks for the where does the name Maya preferred? Oh, sorry, he already left. No question. Please hang up with him so we can talk this as a group. All right. 223 is a token model. For $20,000, you can 51% Ethereum blockchain just like that. So, crypto analyst, are you going to invest yourself? Be honest, bro. Am I going to buy them myself? I think the answer for now is going to be I'm not going to purchase them yet. I think I need to do more research. I'll tell you what I am going to do though. In all transparency and honesty on this channel, which is something that I have always done on this channel. If you guys want to see my earnings reports for my AdSense, I show it. If you guys want to see anything, I show it. Someone was saying that I was getting fake subs. I think my sub count yesterday went all the way up to around 5,800 or something. Those are all gone now. Again, I'm very transparent about this thing. I'm back down, another 300 subs today. So again, I'm very transparent. If I am going to invest in something, I think that the best bang for your buck, obviously they're going to be doing big things here, but what James brought up over here is DFS, which is something that they're acquiring or working with or something along those lines. They're working some sort of deal with these guys and wanting to, work with them. So if I was to make an investment, from an investor's standpoint, I could probably, if what they're saying is true, I could probably get a lot of money upon investing in Maya. However, I could potentially get a whole lot more by investing in DFS because it has a whole lot smaller of a market cap. The market cap on DFS is substantially lower, I believe, than Maya just because they're newer and everything. So if I was looking at this last night thinking about buying some when it was 0.7 cents. It's already up 100% today on the day. So if I was going to invest into anything, honestly, it would probably be into this. And I've actually looked into this with some of the numbers. Something like if you invest $100 and it goes to the $2.50 that they say it's going to, it would be something like $25,000 return. So if I was going to invest in anything, I would probably throw a little bit of money at this guy just because the risk versus reward is substantially greater, and I would still be supporting the same purpose because, these guys would be involved. And it's not to say that I hate one coin and I love the other one more. I just think that the risk versus reward analysis return on this would be better. Again, I did some number crunching last night and today with a couple of people, and this one looked like kind of like the move. Again, today it's up so much already. Again, nearly 100% today. It's able to do that because of the fact that it's such a low market cap coin. But if what they're saying is true, right? If what they're saying is true and this is going to go to $2.50, I would at least want to have a little bit of money in this. Maybe I never see that $100 again. Maybe it's lost and I got scammed, and maybe it is. But I would potentially, from what I can tell, they are legit right now, and maybe I just get absolutely wrecked here. But I would be willing to risk a little bit of money, a very little bit of capital. I'm not telling you guys to, but maybe $100 or so. Why? If I put in $100, it's roughly $25,000 return if it hits the $2.50 goal. If it doesn't, I can very well live with myself with losing $100. It's not that much money, but the potential to gain $25,000, I feel like I could not live with myself if I were to say, all right, I didn't risk this $100. I spent $100 on probably fast food in the last month or something stupid. So the potential to earn $25,000 is just too great for me kind of to surpass. So I'm not saying I haven't bought anything yet, but I would love to probably take a look at buying some Digital Fantasy. I know they said it's not available in the United States yet. I'm wondering if you can purchase it through a VPN. If not, I might have to call some of my friends up in Europe and get them to purchase for me or something along those lines. So, I'm not sure what that noise was, but thank you to whoever I think subscribed. Oh, I could have had chat up this whole time. My apology, guys. Let me go ahead and read through some of this. You guys said, I'm a little skeptical about this project. How did the price go to the current level? Who's buying the tokens? I mean, I'm not sure exactly. Let me move this out of the way. With Maya, who's buying I think it's just been adoption. I mean, again, they've been releasing news statements and stuff over time, and so I'm guessing people are just started accumulating them. And the more, I guess, as time has progressed, more and more people have just been buying into it. The truthful answer is I don't know all the answers. I'm not sure. I've only found out about them this week. If and I mean if it was true, of course it would be huge. Share your research with us. I am curious about this project. But Kenya, though, I'm not sure what that is. If they were real, they would need to get on a more secure blockchain. Thank you for your honesty. That's another angle. They announced that they back a token and totally pump it. What DFS? So basically, what DFS has to do with Maya is that Maya is. What was it? There was a news article on this. Let me see if I can find this. I'll just put it on this screen. It was something like they want to do a partnership. Let's see. Let's go to their website here. I believe it was on their Twitter. That might be the easiest way. Yeah, here it is. UK Financial Ltd signs partnership and purchase agreement with Digital Fantasy Sports DFS. So this was it. I wonder if there is a link to this guy. Here. So Digital Fantasy Sports is that the UK Financial has agreed to use Maya Preferred 223 to back Digital Fantasy Sports. So they're planning on this is, I guess, one of the first coins that they want to back with their gold and silver through Maya Preferred 223, giving the DFS token a now book value of $2.50. This backing would begin one definite acquisition of documents of the 51% token sale that have been signed, which will be within the next 90 days. So hopefully that answers your question. I think I lost my... Here, actually, no, that was supposed to go over here. WTC. Sure, it is worth the risk of buying DFS. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not telling you guys to purchase anything. I just, personally, I would risk throwing $100 away. I mean, how many of you guys have bought a lottery ticket or something like that, you know? How many of you guys have played poker or played blackjack or, like, gambled in any way? I mean, I think all of us here, most of us, have probably gambled $100. You know, this is one of those situations where you could even call it a gamble. I think it's more of a educated investment more than anything. At least that's the way that I'm looking at it, you know, based upon the information that I know. Wait, this isn't even it. This is it. The chance that $100 gets you X amount of money would be, you know, kind of worth it. For me. So, let me go ahead and put this over here, and I can read through chat. Fantasy tokens backing fantasy token. Ethereum Classic Wallet. Alright, so that's my honest opinion on it. Do I own either of these tokens now? I don't own either of them. I guess I should go ahead and say that. Penton, what's up? But, I mean, it's definitely something really cool, for sure. Right? So I'm glad that we were able to talk with the president of Maya Preferred 223 and go through some of this with him. It was an honor getting to have him on here, getting him to explain so much. I know a lot of you guys asked some really, really good questions. Said I will gamble $100. I mean, most of us would, right? But no, on a serious note, it was great having him on here. I was really excited with the opportunity to go through some of this information with him, because I think he clarified a lot of my questions, hopefully some of your guys' questions. Only just joined. I'm from the UK. What exchanges is DFS available to buy on? I can live gamble 50. I can live gamble with 50 euros. Where is it? DFS. And so one thing I want to say, guys, I'm not telling anyone to buy this. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. But one of the things is that they're backing it with gold and silver of a book value of $2.50. Now, in theory, yes, that should raise the price to $2.50. But the markets are not what it's necessarily backed by. So the markets can act differently than what it would be backed by. It would be weird, but it's possible is what I'm trying to say. And it's like James told us, and I think, yeah, so Penton just said it as well. There's only like a little over 200,000 left. So I'm going to go, you know, probably acquire some of these or try to, and work it from there. But, yeah, I mean, again, both of these guys, I mean, if what they're saying is true, then Digital Fantasy Sports is going to do amazing. And if what they're saying about Maya Preferred 223 is true, it's going to do equally as well. Now, maybe it has a higher market cap, so the chance of it going up, or less, but both of them would be, obviously phenomenal. Go through CoinGecko, no coin deal, all of their tokens are locked. Fair enough. So I am going to go ahead and wrap this up now, guys. We've been live for about an hour and 12 minutes. I'm going to catch you in the next video. You fellas have a great night. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up anyway. But, yeah, it was definitely a great live stream. I was glad we got to do the interview. I think it all went well. And I'll definitely keep you guys posted. I'm definitely going to be making some more videos about this stuff because it's really caught my attention. Again, I made like a technical analysis video yesterday. I did a news video on Binance today. But I do want to kind of follow this and cover this because I'm not sure about you guys, but it's definitely caught my attention, caught my eye, and so I'm going to keep reporting on it for that reason. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the live stream. If you guys did, drop that like button before you guys head out. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button for more content and more coverage like this. And I will see you guys in the next video.